So firstly, the Engineering Leaders Scholarships. It's our flagship program for undergraduates looking to develop into future engineering leaders. The ELS, as it's known, recognises that there is more to being a successful leader in engineering than simply obtaining your degree. Through providing opportunities to enhance career progression, we're looking to grow the next generation of engineers. We aim to support individuals who are already able to demonstrate their potential, and we encourage you to apply for this program. You would not need to have the highest grades, but you should be able to demonstrate we are acting as leaders either within university, your community, or in your extracurricular activities. Okay, so what do these scholarships provide? So £5,000 is made available to successful scholars to be used for a range of personal development activities. For example, one of our past awardees used part of the money to attend the biggest auto conference in the world and toured Ford's Innovation Centre in Detroit. And on the same trip, fueling his passion for car design. For another past awardee, the money covered the cost of an eye-opening international trip, and something that they did was visited a sustainable housing community near Mount Fuji. So as an ELS scholar, you will also have the opportunity to have career-long activities and interact with the Academy and be invited to engage in our other events and activities or seek involvement such as our other funding programs for different phases of your career, including our enterprise and research programs. Scholars have the opportunity to build relationships with other scholars, enabling you to build your networks, which you're already doing, but you'll meet other like-minded people at a similar life stage from across the UK. You will also be able to meet senior engineers from a wide variety of engineering disciplines. But are these awards for you? So as long as you're an undergraduate attending a UK higher education institution in at least your second year, but not in your final year. So if you're on a 3-year course, you could apply in your second year. If you're on a 4-year course, you could apply in either the second or third year, and so on. You would normally be a resident in the UK, and you can be studying any engineering discipline or related field, and you could be studying part-time, you might be completing a degree apprenticeship, or doing a BEng or an MEng. So as part of the Engineering Leader Scholarships, we also give out 3 additional awards each year, and these are called the Sir Ralph Robbins Scholarships, and they include everything that's associated with the Engineering Leaders Scholarships and for applicants that meet some additional criteria around coming from underprivileged and underrepresented backgrounds. These 3 scholarships also have some additional benefits, including an additional £5,000 attached to help pay for tuition. So why would you apply? You're here today, you're taking part in this WES conference. You've already made the decision to take responsibility for your development, and female applicants tend to be very successful in not only submitting applications to the Engineering Leader Scholarships, but also being successful. And currently 41% of our awardees are female. So if you're successful with the ELS program, we'll give you access to funding to enable you to undertake activities to support and develop your career outside of your degree program, which can be difficult to do without access to additional funds. You will also have the opportunity to broaden your experiences by undertaking additional activities and to have access to a wider network than you do now, from other undergraduates across the UK through to senior engineers who can help and support you and your career decisions. All of these will help demonstrate your abilities and build your confidence that can increase your likelihood of being successful in job applications and in the longer term in your career. So just quickly, the process in a nutshell. If you did choose to apply, you'll need to complete an online application by early January. We'll invite the top 70 applicants to a selection event in late March. Unfortunately, due to the current circumstances, it's likely that this would be an online interview for 2021. Once we have interviewed the top 70, the next 38 scholars will be chosen. So we really do encourage you to embrace this opportunity. We've had past awardees who didn't necessarily believe that they could be successful in their application or that they were right for the award, but they were. Sometimes we only need to trust our abilities and say yes. I just wanted to also mention another program that the Academy runs, and this is the Graduate Engineering Engagement Program. So this program is known as JEEP, and it is open to STEM students from diverse backgrounds and all university year groups who are keen to follow a career in engineering. So if you decided to join these events, you'll gain targeted employability skills, network with a range of engineers and meet reps from top firms including Amy, Barrow Happold, GSK, National Grid, and others. This would be in addition to hearing about the wider opportunities offered by the Academy and Pathways into Engineering. The JEEP is led by the Royal Academy of Engineering, and we work in partnership with an organisation called SEO London and with the engineering companies. We also work closely with the Association for Black and Minority Ethnic Engineers and with WES, who support JEEP recruitment and provide insightful speakers, mentors, and much more. Now, I mention JEEP specifically because the last event for this year is next week. So if you are interested in attending a JEEP event, please visit our partner SEO London's website to register, and you can see their website on the slide. You'll need to be very quick and register by the 24th of November, and the event will take place over a half day on the 25th and 26th of November, plus a full day of networking with the engineering firms on the 27th of November. If you can't attend next week, if it doesn't work for you, please register your interest anyway, because JEEP events will also take place in 2021. So just to mix things up a little bit, I wanted to open a poll and ask you a question. So how many ELS alumni do you think have precisely landed a rocket? I'll just give you a few seconds to have a go at that. Okay, looks like we've slowed down on people responding, so I'll close the poll. Okay. Let's look at it. Okay, so the majority of people thought 2 have successfully landed a rocket. And you actually might be right, because there might be somebody that we don't actually know. But as far as we're aware, it's 1. So one of our alumni, Lars Blackmore, is the Senior Principal Mars Landing Engineer at SpaceX, and earlier this year was responsible for the entry and landing of the Falcon 9 reusable rocket, which is something that we think is quite remarkable. So, you know, that's something people go on to from the program. I will now pass over to my colleague, Veronica.
Hi all, can you hear me, Jack?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm having some. That's already perfect. I'm having some issues with my computer at the moment. So can you please present the next one, Jack?
Yeah, sure. Slide. I can indeed, no problem. Okay, lovely. So we're going to tell you a little bit about some.
I can move the slides.
Lovely. So some of our past awardees. Hold on, let me just get to my screen.
Sorry
about that. Technical issues. Lovely. So we wanted to talk about a couple of our previous awardees, just to show you some of the journeys that people have gone on. So one of the people I wanted to tell you about is Rebecca Wooding, and Rebecca was awarded 10 years ago. She also wanted to be a roller coaster engineer, but while studying to become one, she realised that this actually does not align with her needs or her views. So she then developed an interest in international development and used the ELS funding to fuel that by undertaking a trip to Uganda, where she worked with a local community to build a hydropower scheme in a remote mountain area. After the Uganda experience, equipped with a valuable skill set, Rebecca started a job as a sustainability planning engineer, but it wasn't the right fit. So she took a sabbatical and worked in Mexico with Engineers Without Borders to design a filter for a biogas system with farmers. Building on that experience, Rebecca then worked on projects in Pakistan, Slovakia, Uganda, and Albania. In her present role, she is the advisor in the Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC, for water, and is working on doubling the capacity of water networks in 2 cities in the east of the country. We love Rebecca's story because it shows determination and self-confidence. So Rebecca mentioned that when I was announced I'm going to do engineering at university, everybody said I couldn't do it, but it spurred me on. It shows that many times the personal development journey we embark on has its roadblocks, and that the destination we envision for ourselves is not necessarily the final one. Thus, we need to be prepared to adapt and change course.
And now we have a video from Rebecca. It's like a surprise for all of you.
Hi all, my name is Rebecca Wooding and I'm a chartered mechanical engineer. I'm currently living and working in DRC and I'm responsible for the technical advice on a large urban water project here. So my advice to you is firstly, believe in yourself. There is no such thing as what an engineer should look like, how they should dress, how they should act, what things they should be interested in, and how their mind works. It's a varied sector and there's lots of different areas to get involved in, and really you need belief and passion to succeed.
Lovely. So that's Rebecca's story. We got the slides back. Lovely. So I want to tell you about another one of our awardees and her career journey. So Fiona Howarth, Fiona was doing a general engineering degree when she joined the ELS program 18 years ago as part of our 7th cohort. When the interviewers asked her what she wanted to do with a career, she said that she would love to run an electric car company. That isn't where Fiona's career took her to start with. However, an interest in clean tech took her into consulting, working with big energy and utilities, which cemented her view that she wanted to do something in energy. Her career then took her on secondments with UK government, looking at the energy sector, plus working for startups and developing smart technology. Fiona has finally made her dream a reality, and she is now the Chief Executive Officer of an electric car company. And through being a part of the ELS program, Fiona also has had the opportunity to give back to the program, and she regularly acts as one of our interviewers in helping select new scholars. And we've got a little video from Fiona as well.
Hello, WES 2020. I hope that you're having a great conference so far. I've been asked to come up with some ideas or thoughts around some of the skills you might want to think about for the future, and I've got 3 tips for today. The first tip is to find something that you are passionate about. I love electric cars, I love energy, green energy, and I never do better work than when I'm working in this area. Secondly, find people that share that passion and share your ambitions, whether or not they might become your boss. You might become their boss, they might become a colleague, or just a friend and advisor. As you go on, they might be invaluable to you. And the third one is to back yourself. Do you know what? Sometimes we doubt that we can do what we really dream to do, but trust me, you've got to try or you never will. Good luck, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, now we will put the slides back. Okay, now we have another poll for you. Let me just, oh, sorry, should be, yeah, so the next poll, you already started, Jack?
It's already come up, yep.
Oh, okay, perfect. So what do you think is the most important characteristic of an engineering leader? We are very, very keen to hear from you on that one. Interesting, we have some results now. So it looks like collaborative is the first one, votes at the moment, and then motivational, and then visionary as well, I like that one, and problem solver, and then courageous. Very, very insightful. Thank you.
Shall I close the poll, Veronica?
Yes, please, yeah. And I can now move on to the next one. And I you can do the slides, Jack, and I can.
Yep, I've got your slides.
Now. Yes, so now we will present a bit about our very dear project of us, the ELS alumni community. So how it all started. 2020 marks the program's 25th anniversary. This means that the first cohort of Engineering Leader Scholarship has been awarded in 1995. This also means that we have a record of 25 cohorts that sums up over 700 past awardees. We decided to track as many as possible and see how we can best engage with them. Our 2 priorities were one, to hear the remarkable career stories and to connect the dots in how the award help them get where they are now. And second, to harness their power by bringing them together on a virtual community platform. We decided to be Microsoft Teams and deepening our engagement with them. We soon realized that our initial mission to embark as many of them as we could on Teams was a bit too ambitious with the resources available. We thus decided to start with the awardees that we think are in most need of opportunities, support, and guidance, especially under the current climate, which are the current 3 cohorts, our current beta community, and we now have over 70 members in total. If you were to be part of the ELS scheme, and we encourage you to be, you will have the opportunity to join the dedicated alumni community and receive opportunities for your personal development.
Lovely. So the main goals and the community goals that we've developed for this alumni community are around offering members a space where they have access to valuable information and resources, opportunities to help them with their development pursuits. The community will also help build beneficial connections with one another and to stimulate interest and enhance valuable involvement with the Academy's programs and projects. So at the Academy, we strongly believe that we need collaboration in order to harness the power of engineering and to create a more sustainable, inclusive society that works for everyone. The ELS alumni community is one of our spaces where we prioritise collaboration as a useful tool in driving individuals' development. We are driven by the idea that we can achieve so much more if we trust and empower each other and find ways to work together towards a mutual goal. So moving forward, we think that all past and current awardees have remarkable potential to drive change for a sustainable, inclusive future. We don't just believe that our awardees are the only people that have that remarkable potential. There are many, many engineers that do. But our long-term vision is to deepen our engagement with many more of our alumni and to grow the community together. So we also invite the people who took part in our case studies to join the community and to support and mentor the more junior awardees. The aim is to have a diverse pool of members who show diverse thinking and life circumstances, work or are interns in diverse industries, belong to diverse socioeconomic and ethnic backgrounds, and this will reflect the diversity and complexity of the society that we serve and will create an inclusive space that fosters knowledge exchange, mentorship, empathy and much more. We also envision the community members to become, if they are not already, influencers and allies to one another and to the Academy as well. This will help us to increase our reach to critical audiences in our mission to harness the power of engineering to build a sustainable society and inclusive economy that works for everyone. This is a growing community, and if any of you do decide to apply and are successful in becoming scholars, you'll become part of and will benefit from.
Okay, now we want you to have your say. You have the Q&A box. It should be on the right-hand side. We want you to think about what do you think are the ingredients for a successful virtual community. Please feel free to share your thoughts on the Q&A box.
And we've had a couple of other questions that we haven't answered yet.
Yes.
But we'll come back to those after. Where have they gone? So okay, so these are all about applying for the program at the moment. So should we answer these as we go along anyway, Veronica, and pick up the ones?
Yes, I would say so, yeah. Now we can pick up any other thoughts as well.
Lovely. So our first question is from Elizabeth Davies, who has asked, are you able to apply for the ELS program during your year in industry? Yes, absolutely. So that counts. So say your program was 5 years with a year in industry that you took when in sort of the fourth year, that's absolutely fine. As long as it's not your final year of your degree, you can apply then. So we've answered that one. So how do we go to the next one? Okay. Does the Royal Academy of Engineering offer any scholarships to postgraduate students or have other opportunities for graduates? Do you want me to take that one, Veronica, or would you like to?
You can go ahead, yes.
Yep, lovely. So we have a whole range of funding opportunities across every stage of an engineer's career. So in terms of postgraduate students, we unfortunately don't have any specific postgraduate opportunities, but we do have our enterprise hub. So if you're looking to go into anything to do with entrepreneurship, there's lots of funding available there. If you're going to work in research, there are lots of research programs that we run, and there's also lots of programs in our international team. So although there's no specific postgraduate funding, there are other opportunities that you could take some at different stages in your career. So I would say check the website and you'll find whatever you might be able to come up with at some stage.
And someone says that the program is closed, so you're the manager of the program, Jack. So
you are right, the program is closed. But we will be opening in the next couple of weeks and close for applications in sort of mid-January. So keep an eye out. This is just to let you know that it's coming up and that you can apply if you are interested. Okay.
I can actually share with all of them our link to the program.
Lovely. So Veronica's going to put the link into the chat. Do you need to be from the UK in order to apply for the programs? So for the JEEP program, I believe you do not. You just need to be an engineering student. For the Engineering Leaders Scholarships, you don't have to be a UK citizen, but you need to be living in the UK for the purposes not just of your degree. So you need to be a UK or EU citizen, somebody who's eligible to pay home fees. So if you pay international fees, unfortunately, you wouldn't be eligible for the Engineering Leaders Scholarships or Sir Ralph Robins scholarships.
Thank you so much, both of you. That was a fantastic talk. And, you know, just a personal thanks for me. Thank you to all you do at the Royal Academy for engineering and also diversity and inclusion. It's absolutely inspirational. It's brilliant. Thank you. A quick question from me. What are the numbers in terms of numbers that apply and then numbers that are successful?
So for the Engineering Leaders Scholarships, last year we had 227 applications and 38 awardees. So it's not too bad. It's reasonably, people can be reasonably successful in their applications.
Yeah, that's pretty good odds, really, isn't it? So that's good. Fantastic. I wonder if we've got any more questions that have come up at all. So there's no more in the new. So there was one just point responding to your thing about what was good for virtual communication and ease of communication. This came up here. So not having technical problems.
Yes, that's
always doing it now.
And I think someone said the ease of communication and yes, about icebreakers as well.
Yeah.
Icebreakers, boundaries and empathy. Reach out to others. I like that.
And I think the thing about icebreakers, particularly virtually, is quite a good thing because, you know, it's particularly hard when you sat on a screen and you're trying to meet people you don't know and break the ice. So definitely having some sort of opportunities to do that is great.
Absolutely. And the boundaries and empathy one, reach out to others often, especially when you haven't heard them in a while.
Yeah,
definitely.
And setting boundaries with yourself is absolutely so important at the moment, isn't it? It's so easy to be on all the time.
Yeah, we had a session last night for our current awardees, and we're asking them how they're coping in these times, and a lot of them are going to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time every day just to give themselves some consistency in life and getting out and exercising, or, you know, whatever it works for you to give yourself something to sort of say, this is how I'm operating now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think they were very focused on having a structure in their daily life, which on the other hand, I think is something that the pandemic kind of brought us a bit more structure, which I think it's a perk if we think to see some positivity out of everything.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I like to find the positive in things. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much again. We are next, so this was the last of our stream sessions, and we've got another networking break coming up, a 15-minute networking break, and then we're going to come all back together, so everyone back together again for the closing panel session, which is shaping a diverse, inclusive workforce, which will be brilliant. So everyone go off and have a nice break, and do some networking if you can in the Teams room, and we will see you back if you follow your link to the final panel session afterwards. Thank you again, everyone.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.